What's up, everybody? I am Jordan Pierce, and I'm the director of The Sea and the Whale. I'm also starring in it, and I wrote this story as well. And today I'm going to go through basically my process, or some of it, in regards to editing and stuff like that. So what I have here, I have the full cut here. This is pretty much it, and it's not going to change at all. And the whole basic story behind The Sea and the Whale is it's centered around a young guy who's a mechanic, and he's kind of sick of his life up to this point, you know? And so he's been having these dreams about the ocean and hearing a whale, and because it's set in the future, it's set very far in the future, there's no such thing as whales anymore. They're kind of like the unicorn or the dodo. They've become extinct. And he has these dreams for a good couple of months, and one day he goes to work and he sees these ships flying overhead with the insignia of a whale on the side. And he immediately jumps to the conclusion that, it's sparking something in him to make him go outside his comfort zone, pretty much. Which I feel is a very easy it's an easy thing to identify, really, with a lot of people, because we tend to live inside our comfort zone. Anyway, outside of that, I'm going to go through a couple of the stuff that I did with The Sea and the Whale. So with this, this is just a particle effects from After Effects, put with a stock video of these dust particles just flying through the air. So what I did was I layered it. In fact, I'll probably show you. Come on, After Effects. Okay, well, this isn't the one I wanted, but I'll open up the one that I want. Open recent. Okay, once it's thought through. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the title in After Effects of what I've created. So what we can see here is we've got the dust particles as a mob, and I've set that to a screen. So if we take that off, suddenly that's gone. Sandstorm, which is a particle effect, I've used, and I've messed around with it and changed it up and just given it. I haven't given it any texture. I've just given it a color, and I've brought the opacity down quite significantly. So if we take that off, there's the background. And what I did was I copied and pasted this one with. I copied and pasted this one. So if you can see that's the bottom layer of the sandstorm effect. And what I've done is I've copied and pasted that on top of it to give it kind of like a 3D effect when the title comes through. And so when you see this over the top, it enhances that 3D effect even more without actually using anything that's 3D, which is pretty awesome. I'm using a plugin from Video Copilot, which, by the way, you guys are awesome. The stuff that you do is life-saving when it comes to this sort of stuff. So if you can afford it, I definitely recommend buying their plugins. I'm using the what am I using? I'm using the Video Copilot's Element for the text, and it's not that, like, you can get away with using just the text file or a text layer. Either way, you can import something from Photoshop or something like that, but I prefer to use Element because it gives me a lot more control over the text. In this instance, we can see a few of I've added some lights and stuff like that in, and we can see the lights actually bouncing off some of the words here. And if we go further along, we have especially this, because I've set it up so this is actually a lot further back in Z space, and what that allows the light to do is it hits it in a different way than what the sea and the whale would get hit with. So it adds a little bit more of a dynamic look to the title as well. And as you can see, there's a lot of layers, but this really only took me a good 20 minutes to make. And the line, just in case if anyone's wondering, it's actually just a white solid with a mask. And I've just animated the mask to move outwards like that. It's pretty simple. It's not too difficult. Anyone can really do it. And so once that's done, that's my title pretty much there. And it only took about 15 to 20 minutes, which is pretty awesome. Okay, now I'm going to show you another one. Oh, where are you? Yeah, I'll show you that one. Okay, this one, once it loads, this one was a really difficult one to do. It's not so much that it's I'm going to actually put that down to a quarter because it's taking ridiculously long. It's not that it didn't take too long to actually come up with or do. And by the way, I bought these models legally. I can use them in whatever I want. I bought them from TurboSquid, which is another really fantastic site. If you're going to go and use 3D models, there's a lot of really awesome cheap stuff there that you can actually use in whatever product, whatever thing you're doing, as long as you're referencing them and you follow guidelines and stuff like that, you should be fine. But yeah, this one. First of all, these models are just stand-ins. If I ever get the money to make a full feature film based on my story, I will not be using these. I would contract people to create a new design, something that ties in a lot better with my story. That's not to say that these ones don't. One of the reasons why I chose them is because of their resemblance to a whale, because of their elongated size, and they have fins on either side, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, they were only $10. Anyway, I import this into let's just open one of these up. I imported this into Element 3D, and you can see it there. It's pretty cool. And what I did was, because it comes with textures, so you just click on the texture. I had to skin it myself because it's different, or paint, depends on which term you want to use. Means the same thing, but with this one, you have to basically put the skin on yourself because it's not automatic. Because it's an OBJ file, it's not native to After Effects as such. But Element 3D can open it up anyway, which is awesome. So I used that. I use Element 3D, and you just got to know where to put all the stuff. So we've got the diffuse. Obviously, the diffuse layer is in there. The glow layer, I usually put it on the illumination one. You can put it on the reflection one, but it's not going to look as good, and you can't control it as well. So you've got and you've got the detailed bump map, pretty much, which is like all the scratches and dirt marks and all this other stuff which is on this. So if we zoom in, it's not too badly detailed. That's definitely not me. That's the person who created the skin. But yeah, it's a really fantastic model, and for $10, can't go wrong really. So yeah, that's that scene right there. And what I did was, and this is the beauty of Element 3D, is you can use say a fog to cloud the 3D element that you're importing into the scene, and that adds a really nice level of depth and of realism